friends, it's me, your pal Kelly Zemnikas, and welcome to episode number 81 of It'll Be Fine. We're still a socially distant baking food chat show, and this week, as you can tell by the poppy that I am sporting, we are offering much love and much attention to those who are serving and who have served. I'm here in Canada, of course, so for us, November 11th is Remembrance Day. For my friends in the US, it is Veterans Day. And I can't think of a better person to celebrate tomorrow's just Day of Gratitude and Thanks. I can't think of a better person to join me on the show today. Not only has she served her country, she has put on that uniform, she has done the work. She's also a fantastic stand-up comic that I've gotten to know through doing comedy online. Coming to us today from the wonderful state of Texas, we've got Sharita. Woohoo! Oh gosh, I love this gal. She is amazing. It's wonderful to bond with a comic, and I'm so glad that she is someone that I have crossed paths with. And on today's show, we also have a special guest joining us in the kitchen, one of her little ones. Yeah, it's a mother-daughter bake today with your good pal Kelly joining in too. And by the way, we are baking up today some mini pumpkin pies. Perfect. It's a perfect time of year for a mini pumpkin pie. And of course, because in the US, Thanksgiving is coming up. We have already celebrated here in Canada, so I think it's a win-win-win. You know, I think it's a good day for sure. And along with those who have served and who are serving, we are offering some love, offering some attention today to Red Nose Remedy. Info on them is in the show description. And guys, just as a heads up, we filmed this before the US election was decided, so we don't talk about that. We may allude to it, not knowing what was going to happen, but that is why. And I'm excited some change is going to come, I have to say. But let's get to baking. It's a good day for a pumpkin pie. It's going to be fine.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Right, so here's what we need for our little pumpkin pies. We're doing from, there's our little Robin Hood book there. We've got the evaporated milk going on. We've got eggs. I am batching down this recipe, of course, so I'm not needing all 4 eggs required. We've got our pumpkin puree. We've got some brown sugar. And here I have some fresh ginger, cinnamon, and we also have clove. We've got white vinegar. We're doing that for the crust. I'm using butter instead of shortening. Don't get mad at me. It's my kitchen. We have our flour. We've got our kosher salt. That's the French side, friends. There you go. And I think that's about all we need. And there's some whipped cream in the fridge. This is going to be a good time. I'm very excited, and I will keep my words clean for this episode.
You don't have to. She lives with me. You cannot say anything she hasn't heard unless you say it in Canadian or French. And I don't speak French Canadian, so we're good. Now, if she translates it to Google later, then you're in trouble.
I will be on my bestest behavior. I have to congratulate you though, Sharita, on you're a new grad.
Yes, thank you. Yes, I finally earned my master's degree.
Oh my!
Took me a little bit. Business administration.
I cheers my.
Yes, so I am done. Thank you.
How long did that take you?
Well, see, that was the thing. When I was active duty in the Army, I got out of active duty 2017 in the Army, and the way it works is for promotion to level up in the Army, they're like, well, try to get a degree. So I already have my associate's degree, then I have my bachelor's degree, but I earned my bachelor's degree in 2013, but I was still E5, which is just a sergeant. I was trying to make staff sergeant to make the next rank, but unfortunately it didn't happen. I never made that rank, so the Army's like, well, you gotta go. So I joined 2017. I started going to school 2017. So 2020 took me 3 years to earn my master's degree.
That's amazing.
It is, but then I ended up getting promoted in the reserves. So now I'm in the Army Reserves, and I didn't need it. So now I'm a master's degree.
This is amazing.
Yes.
And just so you know, your episode is going to be airing the day before Veterans Day.
Oh,
So I'm really honored to have you on this episode because for us here in Canada, we call it Remembrance Day, but you guys have a different term, but we still acknowledge and thank. And so I raised my coffee to you. You're awesome.
thank you.
Mm.
Yes.
Alrighty, so today we are doing some miniature pumpkin pies, which I'm really excited about. I love me a pumpkin pie. Have either of you made a pumpkin pie before?
Every Thanksgiving, yes.
No.
My 16-year-old, well, he might walk back and forth whenever he wakes up. He's the one that eats them the most. He loves the pumpkin pies.
Amazing.
I
And
usually make them too.
oh, good stuff.
Yeah, he's 16, he's 5, 10, 11, I don't know, still growing. And he's home, so he eats everything. So
Yeah.
he gets 2 pies.
Amazing. So I love the fact that for like a big, tall 16-year-old, we're now doing very dainty, tiny pumpkin pies. But these are adorable. They're so cute.
They are.
I love them. All right. So let's get started on our pie crust.
Yes, I was scared of that. We are actually making the pie crust from scratch.
Yeah, I know. This recipe yields 16 miniature pumpkin pies, so like a cupcake muffin size. I live alone, so I'm batching this down, but the full recipe makes 16 of them. So
Okay, cool.
there we is. Okay, so we are going to start by in a mixing bowl taking our flour and our salt. You need 4 cups of flour and 1.5 teaspoons of salt.
Yes. And I have the cutest little measuring spoon.
Oh, nice. I've got mine too. I love this one because it goes down to 1/8 of a teaspoon, which is handy when you're doing a pinch of salt because
Right.
that's what it is. It's 1/8 of a teaspoon.
Oh, wow.
If anyone is ever wondering. All right. I love that you have a sous chef for this. I don't.
Yes. People are like, I'm not having kids. I'm like, you're not using them right. That's why. They get to help.
Yeah, for me, that's what my nieces and nephews are for.
Me. Right.
That's what they're for. All right, so let's get this going here. So teaspoon. And you guys also have Thanksgiving coming up.
Yes, we do for November. So I'm excited because I cook so much. I know you can't tell right now because I'm a fatty, but I am. But yes, I love to eat.
I love food too. I love my food a lot.
There's not what's on the menu this year though. Sometimes it's turkey, sometimes it's a roasted chicken. So we're trying to change it up so we don't get boring. And it's just me and the kids because I have special needs twins. So not a lot of people are comfortable hanging out with them. So we just do a lot of in-home festivities.
That's awesome. Have you ladies ever done like a turducken where you've stuffed a turkey and a chicken and a duck?
No, I haven't been able to find a duck. Now I have to go hunting season.
All right. And then you are going to cut in the shortening, or in my case, I'm going with butter.
Oh, I just went and found the Crisco.
Yeah. You're probably going to have better luck. I did not. I like
It's just key.
butter it is. So
Yeah. Cooking is like a third level mad scientist. You just find out what happens after the fact.
exactly. Because the name of this show is It'll Be Fine.
Yes.
It's going to be fine. Doesn't matter. We'll be okay.
And like I said, the 16-year-old, if you don't tell him what's in it, he'll eat it. I'm sure. He won't turn into Frankenstein, I don't think. What was it? All right, we got the shortening.
Amazing. I'm just going to cut my butter into here. So for myself, I am just using 2 sticks of butter for this. Again, the recipe does call for shortening. But, sometimes in life you don't have exactly what you need.
Right?
That's okay. You make it work.
Of course. And we're all on a budget, so
Exactly.
you have to do what your pocket can afford.
For a Thanksgiving meal in your home, what is like the staple every year? You've got to have that on the table.
I have to have the baked macaroni and cheese. I'll have collard greens, or I'll have the green bean casserole with the French fried onions. Oh my gosh, deliciousness.
Yep.
And then we'll either have white rice Well, no, we always have white rice because sometimes the kids won't eat baked macaroni and cheese, but they'll eat the Kraft box macaroni and cheese. I'm like,
Oh, interesting.
what are you doing? You know? So those are definitely the staples. I always buy the cranberry sauce in the can, but I always forget. And we find like 3 days later, like, oh, hey, cranberry sauce.
I think that is the norm for every single household. It's like that one Easter egg you hide and you can't figure out where it is till like December.
Exactly.
Well, just so friends at home, you kind of want this. You want like globs of dough.
Yeah.
You don't want this to be a smooth thing. You want it clumpy.
Okay, great.
You want your lumps in this one. You want your lumps. And next up, we are going to grab the eggs, white vinegar. Don't use malt vinegar for this, white vinegar. And we need a 1/4 cup of water. So that will go in next and then get mixed together.
All right, add the water.
Yeah.
2 tablespoons of vinegar.
Now, for us here in Canada, we celebrate Thanksgiving in October. So, yeah, we celebrate for, I believe it's to honor the harvest. I think that's why ours is a month earlier. Different reason.
But it's still fun to gather around
Yeah.
with the family, friends. Of course, this year is a bit difficult because we can't gather around with the COVID.
Exactly. Yeah. This year there was not the big holiday spread. There was Kelly ordering takeout for one.
I do that for Christmas.
So that was okay. It's all right. Yeah. I gotta say, I have never added white vinegar to a pie crust. Have you?
I have not, so I'm really curious how this is supposed to go.
Yeah, I can't guarantee. I don't know. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. All right. So white vinegar, and then let's see how much cold water. So 1/4 cup of cold water, and then we're gonna mix this all together until it's more of a smooth consistency. So,
Okay.
and then after that, we will be adding in okay, so you were supposed to do this in 2 separate bowls, but I don't care. I'm just putting that out there. I don't care.
I didn't do 2 separate bowls. What?
No, like you should. And I'm just reading this going, oh yeah, we probably should have. Doesn't matter. Because you know what? It all goes in our stomachs.
Right. Which is one big bowl. So.
Okay. Vinegar, by the way, really good for the hair. To wash your hair with vinegar.
Really?
My mom used to do it with me as a kid.
Oh.
It's shiny.
Well, see, the 2 of you have the shiny long hair. I don't. I might try it. No.
All right, so that is looking super. And then as soon as this is out, we're going to divide our dough and start to make our little cups. So get a little surface area where we can put a bit of flour and.
Yes, ma'am.
Or if you have some parchment paper, you can use that too.
We already have flour. Why are you getting more flour? Weirdo.
All right, I'm going to do a little parchment paper.
That's why Kelly's a lifesaver because I was like, are we just gonna do this on the counter?
Do you have a tiny kitchen like I do?
Huh?
Do you have a tiny kitchen like I do?
I do.
Yeah.
To pay my assistant because she's not doing like the best.
Or that's awesome. All right. Oh, cool. I gotta say, this dough does not smell vinegary.
Right?
It doesn't, which is weird.
Because of the butter and the shortening.
I think so.
The Dough's going on my rolling pin.
You know?
No, get off. Get off.
And for doing the little circles, if you don't have like a cookie cutter, just use a glass or, you know, the bottom of a can, as long as it's clean.
Are you looking for cookie cutters? Yeah. Of course you are. My assistant is looking for cookie cutters.
Well,
Maybe I should just put the whole rolling pin in the oven because that's where everything is sticking. That's great. Perfect. More flour? Yeah. It's just sticking on here.
nice thick dough.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of silly putty.
Oh, I used to love playing with the putty.
I once thought it would be fun to get an imprint of the carpet in the living room in my silly putty, and I stepped in the silly putty in the carpet when I was a kid. Did that. My mom loves me for that.
Somebody has to clean up. We're only using half the dough? Or just a half at a time?
Yeah, you're basically just take a little bit of room for yourself, just so you don't have circles everywhere. And then for myself, for the muffin tin that I'm using, this doesn't call for it, but I'm putting them in little cupcake holders, or just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we got those somewhere. Oh, yeah, you found them? I see everything. Oh, no. No, right? Keep going. Oh, you got so much space in between. Well, we'll fix it.
Okay. This is a sticky dough.
It is. It's so
Yeah.
lovely.
Very sticky dough. But
We're doing a great job.
yeah.
This is very yes. More flaky, that means it's gonna be buttery and delicious.
Yeah, this should be a nice little flake.
It's hard to press in because like there's so much.
Oh yeah. Keep going. Focus, woman, focus. Oh. You got it? All right, I'm gonna start lifting the dough to get the
Two, the filling. Yay! So what we are going to do for this is take our pumpkin puree. We need 1 3/4 cups of pumpkin puree. Get another bowl. That's the
Of course. You have our second bowl?
all right. 1 3/4. All right. Yes. I recently made a sweet potato pie for the very first time.
Oh, how was that?
That was so good. And I'm a big pumpkin pie fan, but I don't know. I was very impressed with the sweet potato pie, and I really kicked up the sugar to make it nice and sweet. So.
Oh yeah.
Delish. All right. We're taking our pumpkin puree. We are then going to add 1 cup of brown sugar.
It's half a cup. We gotta watch out for the sweetness.
That is, we could not get it apart.
Yeah. We were fighting the brown sugar. Yeah, I was. She was watching.
Yeah, I was just watching.
As a good soup chef does. All right. So with the sugar, next we are going to add in that other egg. So, or 2 eggs rather.
All right.
So I'm gonna grab. You need 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour.
You know what they put that in?
Yeah.
What's that?
No, she thought we put the flour in already, but I was like, no, different bowl.
Yeah. You just need a little bit of flour for this.
God.
It looked like a way more.
It's cool.
And the next part's the fun part, the spices. So cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, and clove. Is that next? I grated some fresh ginger.
Did you?
Fancy.
Yes. There you go. Yes, ma'am.
Ooh.
Which one is this one? Oh, this one is half.
Which one?
Oh, yeah, half. And this one is one.
1 teaspoon.
Go back to this. Wait, we still have the half? Get the nutmeg. Because I love nutmeg. Oh, my bad. I'm glad you can read. Yes.
I love the smell of cloves. Oh my gosh.
And then the cinnamon. Ouch, yes. 1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon. That's a quarter.
Do 1 teaspoon of salt and then 1 can of evaporated milk.
Oh, that's right. 1 teaspoon.
Evaporated milk.
Mm-hmm. Do we have that? Yes, we do. I'm going to get it for you right now, man.
Is it
The cheddar. Yes. That's why I got it. Why are you asking for everything? Oh, thank you.
That is there. Perfect. Nice. Usually I have at home condensed milk, which I really love putting in coffee to do like a Vietnamese coffee.
Oh, yes. So good.
Oh my gosh.
regular?
Can't open it. There we go. I couldn't get it.
Careful there.
I'm trying to open it. It won't open.
Yep. I've been trying to work out at home these past few months, and I've done the online Zumba classes.
Oh,
And
yeah?
yeah, I've hurt myself doing Zumba. It's not a pretty sight.
You're just dancing, though. Zumba.
I am I'm very light. I'm very much Elaine from Seinfeld. I'm not coordinated.
But it's such a small space.
I am.
Blame it on the cat. You tripped over the cat. We'll just say that.
Yeah. It's embarrassing.
Right, Lucy? We have a cat. She's,
Oh, nice.
yeah, she's
She's
still a
7
baby.
months.
Yeah, she's a 7-month-old kitten.
Cute.
Of our 4-year-old boxer pit mix dog. He's so cute. They get along well, surprisingly.
That's awesome.
He
Nice. Great. What we're gonna do with this beautiful, soupy, smelly loveliness is get it into those pie shells.
Okay.
Calm down.
Distribute evenly. What it says.
Hi, Sharita.
Pop them into these muffin cups as best as I could.
Awesome.
And I'm just gonna take my fingers and kind of like poke them down now to sort of shape them out. Here, so I'm taking it in the paper and then just pressing it and then reshaping it.
What am I supposed to do?
Yeah, so I've done just like this. So I've taken the shell and then just pounded it into it, and then it's nice and flat.
Oh, you're fancy. I literally just put it on the bottom. Shape anything. I was like, oh wait, okay. Because I was like, how's the filling supposed to go in? Now I know.
I made a bowl.
She's there. That's why I have an assistant. You're awesome. So she over there shaping them. Great. And I'm just here.
Yeah.
Just providing adult supervision for the oven part. That's it. So it's cooking with Kelly and Reina.
Nice.
There you go.
We'll be on the title card for the show. For sure. What was the first thing you ever learned to bake?
Cookies.
Yeah.
And that was a problem because my cookies came out like pancakes.
That's not a problem.
Yes, it is. Because I started cooking at her age, like when I was 11.
Oh.
I'm 43, and my cookies still come out like pancakes. I have not perfected that technique at all.
You know what? I don't make it very often, but have you ever had a chocolate pizza?
No.
I should send you a recipe for that. That is just basically one big giant cookie, but you dress it up like a pizza. So you cut some fruit to like mimic, pepperoni or olives or whatever. You shave some white chocolate on top to be like your cheese, and
Oh my gosh, that sounds like a dream.
it's so good.
I can imagine. I love chocolate. She doesn't like chocolate, but I love chocolate.
Okay.
I think the oldest likes chocolate. I don't even know.
Oh, he loves it.
He loves chocolate?
He
Okay,
loves
so
it.
that's pizza for two then. On the menu. All right.
Nice.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Looking at a bit weird.
It's okay.
Don't like the feeling though.
As long as it tastes delicious when we're done, that's what's important.
I love your cat ears, by the way.
Thank you.
That's super cute.
She likes to just
Now I think of Ariana Grande with the cat ears.
Oh, yeah, right? It was going to be, but it turned out good.
Yeah.
I panicked a little bit. I really did.
Where's this back?
Oh, I always panic. If there was like an Olympic, if you could medal in, worrying, I would have a lot of gold medals.
No, don't do that. That's how you grow the gray hair. Don't panic.
I am a champion worrier for sure. Okay. Oh my gosh, this looks adorbs. I'll just show you.
Ow!
Oh god.
I'm so excited. Genuine excitement. Okay.
My cups didn't come out like that.
How do we get
My
those
cups
out?
came out like that.
I don't know what I did, but that's what that's what I got. By the way, there are two bakes on this tart. We are going to do for 15 minutes at 425 and then 15 minutes at 375. So
Okay.
for 30 minutes, set it for 15, and then knock it down to 375.
Okay.
We'll have these soon. So is there anyone else in your family who's done military service, or were you the first one?
No, actually, the funny part was I'm the oldest of 4 children, and the oldest boy in the family. My brother Jesse joined the Army when he was 17. My mom signed him over because the recruiters are coming to the high school. So he thought, so him and his best friend, they joined the Army, and he was in for like maybe 6, 7 months. He didn't like it. It was different. He was homesick. So when he called home, I was the only one home at the time he called. So I answered the phone. He's like, I'm homesick. I need family around me. I was like, oh, I'll come visit. He said, no, join the Army. So the Army has this friends and family plan where if you have a family member that's joined in, you can sign up and go to the same duty station. So at the time he was stationed at Fort Hood, Texas, right? And I'm still in Brooklyn, New York. So I go through the MEPS, I go to the in processing, I go through everything, and I ended up getting Fort Hood. Give me the ice cream scoop, please. So I did get Fort Hood. So, but the problem is I failed out of one of the classes because you only allowed to retest twice, and I picked the job where I can't draw. So I found out the hard way I can't draw. So I recycled. I ended up at Fort Lee, Virginia for the new school. So by the time I actually got to Fort Hood, my brother had just left to go to Korea. So I was at Fort Hood by myself.
No.
Yeah. So we did the same thing to our other brother, and we were like, yeah, you should join the Army. So he joined the Army under the Friends and Family program.
Okay.
All 3 of us were stationed at Fort Hood at the same time.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow. Do you remember your first set? Do you remember the very first time you ever did stand-up?
I do. I was at a fellow comic. His name is Jacob Esparza. So what he would do for the summer series is have an extravaganza. It's called Jacob Esparza's Backyard Extravaganza. So basically, he had a friend build a stage and paint a wall on his outside of his house, and that would be our stage. And yeah, so he was just like, so all the well-known El Paso comics would come, like the experienced ones, and I just had to be invited. And it's one of those like you're outside, barbecue, relax, and there's like anybody could try it, but they say anybody could try it, but they're looking directly at you. And you're like, oh, you sure? It was bad. My first time was bad. Well, my first year of comedy was horrible because I didn't know there's so many techniques you have to learn. It's not just go up there and do like the whole waka waka waka. No, you
Right.
have the setting, the timing, the punchline, the this and the that, and the presence.
Yeah. Yeah. So I got to keep working at it, like riding a bicycle, which, you know what? I have not ridden a bicycle.
Years.
Oh,
I don't think I can do that right now. I can ride a spin bicycle, not a spin class, but the one at the stationary in the gym. I can do that.
I can do
But
that too. When
yeah.
was I last on a bicycle?
Uh-oh. Do you even have a bicycle?
No, I was
Okay.
a teenager, maybe. I biked a lot as a kid. I don't like driving. I preferred biking around the city.
Yeah. Oh, I'm lazy. So growing up in New York City, like I had to walk everywhere, take public transportation. So
Yeah.
I am eternally grateful that I have my driver's license and I have not one, but I have two cars, right? So the kids have the minivan and then I have my sports car.
Nice.
So yes. So at any given time, I'm driving. I'm driving.
Is the bottom of your pan kind of buttery?
Yes.
Mine too.
Yes. Like, okay. That's the best happen.
I think this is going to be lovely and rich and delicious.
And whipped cream.
Yes, it's all about the Cool Whip right now.
Yeah. You know, I just bought Cool Whip for the first time.
Really?
I've never bought Cool Whip ever, and we needed it for a recipe for the golden Oreo pudding I made recently.
Delicious.
Oh, it was so good. It is your ticket to diabetes, that golden Oreo pudding.
Now you drink enough water afterwards, like the next day. That looks great.
All right, I got mine. Shake it up.
Did you
This,
put the seal on it?
Well,
it's
it's in your pumpkin. Yeah, that's for sure.
so good. Okay, I'm looking forward to this.
It's nice and warm.
Oh,
Yes.
it
Would
is.
you like? Are you ready? There we go.
All right,
Funky. Oh my god. No, keep it. Oh,
I'm so excited to try this. Cheers to you. All right. So good, so buttery. Oh
I
my
got it right.
God. All right, we ready? Let's give
We
it.
are ready.
Mm. Oh my gosh, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. That's good.
Oh my gosh, the crust.
The crust is so good. Mm.
Yes.
Oh, I might cry. Sometimes I cry because food makes me happy. This makes me happy.
Mm.
It's hot, but
breakfast.
it's
Mm-hmm.
But-
like really hot.
The
There's-
cream is melting on it just right.
Mm. This crust is killer. It's so good.
Yes.
Who would have thought white vinegar?
Now we know why.
I don't know what exactly that does to a pastry, but this is yummy.
It worked. Oh my gosh.
Thank you so much for joining me today for this. This was awesome.
Yes, probably thank you.
Oh man, my pleasure.
There she goes. She's doing the whipped cream can thing.